Welcome back to Character Select. Dave, Tyler, Quest for Glory.
Yep.
There was some grinding done off screen, and now the flowers are open because I have a Spiria seed. So, I have not done anything story related. I did do some grinding to get my stats up, so you'll notice that my vitality is higher. My weapon use is ever so slightly higher because it sucks. Because I'm a magician. Strength and agility have gone up and magic has gone up. But nothing too terrible.
What fun.
But I also fought many goblins. It was good times. I did buy some potions. So now I have a vigor potion, which fully restores your stamina on use.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I bought and used 2 mana potions, which don't fully restore your mana on use, which is bullshit. But what you gonna do?
Buy more mana potions.
Evidently.
Buy all the mana potions.
All of them.
They're delicious.
Oh, I don't want to be here.
In blue.
So, there was a bit of a training montage, hopefully, at the beginning of this episode. Jim, you're a good man if you did that. Showing what I did. There was a lot of goblin fighting. Because there's when you go to the goblin training grounds,
mm-hmm.
or combat training center, I guess is what it's called. All of the goblins have quote unquote random amounts of silver, but they don't actually. It depends on the position where their bodies land, how much silver they actually have. And after you kill 4 of them, you're pretty much guaranteed that one of them is always going to have 35 silver, which is a lot.
That is a lot.
So.
Hello
have
again.
You brought the seed I requested? Yes. Now this will boldly grow where none has grown before, because of course.
Oh my lord.
Heed now my words, friend of the forest, and heed them well. Friend, you must know that there is an evil in this valley which perverts the ways of nature. The prophecy says that a hero will bring a young human out of this darkness.
Young human.
If you are the one to accomplish this task, there is a potion to break enchantments which the healer can make for you. You must gather these ingredients. Flowers from Marana's Peace, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Green fur,
got
that. Fairy dust, a magic acorn, and flying water. Farewell, friend. I must return to my concentration. May the forest forever surround you. No!
Magic acorn.
Fun fact, if you're really stupid, you can eat the acorn, and then the game is unwinnable.
Yay.
Because Sierra. There's no benefit for actually eating it either.
Secret did love to do that.
It doesn't even give you, like, a bonus to your magic, and it doesn't even reduce your hunger. It's just completely useless.
I mean, people don't even really eat acorns normally, much less a magic acorn.
It's true.
It's factual.
All right. So, there's a battle. What do we got? Oh, shit, wrong button. Oh, well.
Bye, Mr. Gobbo.
So much for that goblin. If you ever want to avoid fighting an enemy, you just have to walk into a place that's unique.
And not like a forest.
Yeah, and then they'll stop following you. See, watch. Brigand? Uh-oh. Bye, Brigand.
Bye, Brigand.
Now we're at the town entrance, and the Brigand's gone. So, it said the healer can make this potion for us.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to go talk to the healer.
Hello again, healer lady.
Tell the healer that you've been to visit the Dryad of the Woods, and she gave you a magic acorn and told you a formula for a potion to dispel enchantments. So you helped the Dryad. That's nice, dearie. I feel like that's so condescending.
That's lovely. What else did you do today, dearie?
So that's how to make a dispel potion, is it? Thanks for letting me know. Well, more than that, I also want you to make the potion. And she just says the same thing. She needs fairy dust, green fur, and flying water.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some green fur. I'll get to work on that potion of yours. Hooray! So, knowing what you know about this game, and about Sierra in general, you know enough to know what flying water is.
The waterfall?
Yep. It flies. Wait, what time is it?
Time for a new watch.
Mid-morning on day 6.
Open the gates!
Close the gates! Oh, and in other hilarious ways to die, if you stand under the gate... If you stand under the gate for too long, he'll get pissed. No, he'll get pissed and he'll be like, I can't leave the gate open forever, and then he just kills you.
More shit shoveling.
Lots of stable raking. Because this boosts strength, vitality, and agility.
Mm-hmm.
Which are not important for a wizard, but are really important for killing things.
But not in wizardly ways.
Not in wizardy ways. But when your wizardy powers run out, you want to have a backup. So
you should just train those wizardy powers so they would never run out.
No, that's the 3rd game, I want to say. Where you learn a way to do that.
Fun.
After 60 minutes rest, you feel better. How's our... So I've got some magic and I've got I've got full stamina. I have never understood what an intelligence score in a game like this connotates. Connotes? Denotes. Like,
means.
Does it mean that I am smarter than the average bear? And if so, does it mean that if my intelligence score is not high enough, I can't solve a puzzle?
Should play Fallout 1.
Oh, yeah, with like an intelligence score of 3 or less.
Yeah.
And you're fucking...
Scorpion!
The best part is in Fallout 2 when you can quote-unquote seduce 2 ladies in New Reno.
Uh-huh.
And they're literally like... they literally say, hey, you're quite attractive. And if you have a really stupid character, it just says, one of the options is stare at her boobs. It's like, okay. I'm stabbing some gobos.
They look like crocodiles.
When you play this game as a fighter, you spend a lot of time here. Just killing goblins over and over. Ow. But I've trained up my flame dart skill so that I can kill a goblin in 3 shots. Fortunately, I've run out of shots.
No. Why? How could this happen to us?
Problem is, if I run out of stamina, I'm dead.
Well, you're on the last gobbo.
Nope, gotta run.
Excuse me.
So, it was really hard to see, but there was a message that popped up in the middle of the, No. Shit. See, I'm dead. Oh. Bullshit.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yep.
Wah.
So, in theory, outside of combat, you'll sometimes get a message that says, you're so tired that everything that you do hurts, better get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, anything that would drain stamina actually drains health points instead.
Right. Makes sense.
In combat, it actually means that you are too tired to effectively defend yourself, and you just straight up die.
What fun.
Okay, you want to go, frickin' Goblin Buddy?
Bring it, Scrub. I'm fucking ripped.
Come at me, Scrub Lord, I'm ripped.
I'm fucking swole. Swole as fuck.
I'm swole as fuck.
Dead as fuck.
I think. Oh man! Next time we kill somebody or kill something, remind me to look at the body. There's a bunch of really just random sort of funny things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of little touches to the game. I love it. Also, I realized that after the last time we've recorded this, that This is definitely not the best game in the series. Not even remotely.
Well,
It's too open-ended.
Well, you gotta start at the beginning.
But yeah, it's like a lot of people don't like the mechanics of Mass Effect, but in order to play Mass Effect 2 properly, you have to play Mass Effect.
Well, I mean, in order to get the most out of the story, mechanically the game still functions if you don't play the first game.
But it's just a matter of, you can enjoy the second game without playing the first, but the first defines what happens in the second.
Yep.
So we could start from the second game, and that's great. Our skills wouldn't be as high. We wouldn't have all the magic spells, all that wonderful stuff. No big deal. But there's no context and no continuity to your character, I guess.
Yep.
So as much as this game is too open-ended in terms of an adventure game, it's like King's Quest 1 when we played that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically, hey, you need to find the 3 magic treasures. Have a good day.
Just drop you in the world.
Yeah. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but for a game like this, for an adventure game, it can be very difficult to stay on track.
Well, it's like Skyrim.
Yeah.
It's like,
good...
here's this huge world of stuff to do. Here's a quest that you can do, but then here's all this other stuff you can just wander around and look at for, the entirety of the game and completely ignore the main quest.
Mm-hmm. And that's definitely not a bad thing. In Skyrim's case, it works really well. Because there's no definite endpoint to Skyrim. You finish the main story or not, it doesn't matter. You can keep playing.
Yep.
But in a game like this, not so much.
What are you talking about, man? There's hours of replayability in here. Hours, at least.
Actually, in terms of the Sierra adventure games, the solutions to a lot of the puzzles are actually pretty similar. I gotta go back to the frickin' stable. The solutions to a lot of the puzzles in this game are pretty similar. You can know the what and not know the how when you play as a different class.
Right.
The bird's nest at the very beginning of the game. We knew that as a wizard, we had a fetch spell.
Mm-hmm.
As a thief or a fighter, you don't have a fetch spell. You gotta figure out a different way to do it. With the thief, it's pretty easy. You have the climbing skill. With a fighter, you're like, well, I don't have climbing and I can't fetch. What am I going to do? And that's just one puzzle. So you know that the ring is in the nest, but you don't necessarily know how you're going to get it with the class that you're playing as. And I find that really interesting.
Yeah.
And this game also doesn't have a lot of diversity in terms of the classes because it's the same puzzles for every class.
Mm-hmm.
How to get into the Hermit's Cave, how to get the seed from the Speria flower, all that stuff. The second game actually has unique quests. A wizard will do something entirely different from a fighter after a certain point of the game, as will a thief. And then it gets really interesting.
See, that's more interesting.
And we will discuss that when we get to the second game. But
hooray!
We'll discuss that more when we get to go away, Bruno. Nobody likes you.
It's for the boy.
How is my stats? Okay. I ain't gonna go back. I ain't going back to that goblin training house. You can't make me.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Oh, I wanted to fight that goblin. Oh well. So yeah, flying water. The water seems to be trying to fly as it leaps from the mountain above. So of course that's going to be flying water. Also, every time you drink a potion, you get an empty flask. The flasks bug the game.
Is that why you never bought one?
Well, I didn't buy one because you never actually need to buy a flask because you're going to be using potions a lot anyway. But if you have too many, the healer says, "Oh, I'll totally pay you if you give me your empty flasks. I won't pay you a lot, like 2 silver, but I believe in recycling." And you're like, "Great, I have 3 flasks. Here's a flask, and 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 oh crap, the game just crashed. It's really weird.
Oh, gotta love those quality programmings.
Flying water, how clever. She still needs fairy dust, so So we still gotta figure out how to get... Sorry. For anybody that's wondering, I'm clicking out of the window by accident.
One way to fix that is to move the Steam thing away from it so you don't click.
No, you just click on the background. Centaur stops raking as you approach. Well, good for him. Bye.
That winning smile of his.
In order for us to get fairy dust, guess when fairies come out?
Twilight?
Well, close enough. They come out at night.
Come at me, scrub! I'm swole! Get wrecked! Your mouse still screwed up, or did you fix that?
9 silver coins. That's not bad. It's dead, of course. It doesn't smell very good either.
Well, I mean, it's a goblin, so, I mean, regardless of whether it's dead or alive, it still smells.
It's true. What the... For anybody that's wondering why my mouse is freaking out like that, it's because the game is supposed to confine the mouse to this little box in the lower right, and it doesn't do that very well.
Well, I mean, this is being emulated in DOS.
No, it didn't do that well in the original game either.
Well, I mean, that was because it was written in, like, the early 90s, so...
Yeah, there's just, like, a team of, like, 4 programmers.
Well, you also didn't have tools for making games back then.
Oh yeah, there's no such thing as an engine.
This is all, I think this is all basically like assembly. I mean, there wasn't really, I mean, you know...
Well,
I think Sierra had an engine, but I mean, it wasn't very robust.
They had the adventure games, the AGS, Adventure Game System.
Yeah, but I mean, again, there's not that much you can do with it.
Oh, but this wasn't written in AGS anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Regardless.
Really? You freaking goblin bitch?
When LucasArts came out with Scum.
Good old Scum.
Great engine.
Do you remember what Scum stands for? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
Well, damn it. So the reason that you always want to fight when you can is because fighting allows you to sleep. And always... Oh, well, damn it. I love that. You're too impatient to rest right now. You might be on death's door, you might be exhausted out of your mind, and you might have no magic points to your name. But god damn it, you just want to get going. Well, fuck you, game. I need to rest to get my stuff back.
Bitch, I got places to be. I can't be haunching on my laurels.
Shit, I can't fight that guy. I can't fight brigands yet. I can't fight brigands at low stamina.
Fight brigands!
They're the bad guys. I need to do anything to pass time so that I can sleep. There's a lot of places that I'm specifically avoiding in this forest, by the way, because we're going to get there soon. But I don't want to go there yet because we'll get there, I guess is the answer.
That's some quality commentary you got there, Dave.
I mean, we could go there now, but it's basically a dead end at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking brigand.
Another brigand.
Son of a bitch. You know what, buddy? You want to fucking go, man? Do you want to fucking go, man? We don't have to fucking go, man.
Get wrecked. I know Kung Fu.
Ow!
The black belt.
So brigands are a lot harder than goblins because they hide behind their shields much more effectively.
Mm-hmm.
But shields don't protect against flame darts, so fuck them.
You'd think it would.
I mean, it would protect against the flame dart itself, but the heat would still hurt. And I'm really good at casting flame darts, man.
It's like all I know how to do. No,
seriously. My expertise is 58. out of 100. I am a combat wizard. Yay, sleep all night. Alright, having done that, we learned about the Dispel Potion, we gotta get Fairy Dust. We're still not quote-unquote sure about what we're doing yet, but next time on Character Select, we are going to win a magic duel.
The death!
No. Just, it's a maze thing. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below. Tyler, what do you have to say for yourself?
Fight some wizard! Wizard!
Wizard!
Wizard!